As the chaos with the trust and tant engulfed her like a wave, she suddenly spotted Brianna's figure talk about. Robbie handed her the trust with an expectant gaze, but just as he turned, she had an unforgettable brain freeze. She realized she had grabbed the wrong letter, and as Brianna frantically turned back, it was already too late. Brianna hurriedly ripped open the envelope, revealing a scandalous letter that made her eyes spin. The intertwining of seriousness and chaos is like shoelaces being tangled, tearing apart Brianna's emotional perception as if it were ripped paper. Brianna didn't answer her sister's question. Instead, she refused to leave like a stubborn kitten, making Cecilia suspicious. Brianna mulled over the words in her head, suddenly inundated with adult drama she didn't know how to decode. Cousin Lola came to vent, saying her twins drove her to damsel in distress mode. To lighten Lola's mood, Brianna couldn't help but spill the sisterly tea about her and Robbie. He thought to himself, if only sealing a letter could wrap up all these storylines. As lovers silently branded Robbie the undercover villain for Brianna, this letter became her window of discovery. It opened the door to her misunderstandings about Robbie, subtly igniting the hidden flames of tragedy. One evening before dinner, Brianna sang Wolf Island to herself, and out of nowhere spotted her sister's earring gleaming coldly on the floor. Her heart felt like it got poked by something sharp, as anxiety spread faster than a UFO sighting. Instinctively, she followed the direction of the earring and gently pushed open the study door, detective style. The scene before her was shocking, like a hungry wolf sighting, filled with suppressed desire. Brianna stood outside the door like a cat on a fence, her throat tight with confusion at the passionate scene unfolding. All she felt was confusion. She thought Robbie was coercing, while her sister was just playing along. She couldn't grasp that physical closeness isn't all about shame. It was like being a confused little lamb. Fast forward to a few hours ago, Robbie nervously rang the doorbell, like he was about to meet the principal. The door creaked open, revealing Cecilia in a gown-like sparkling lake water. She looked like she just stepped off a cloud. She didn't mind the potential mix-up of topics, but her arrival was laden with complex emotions. In that dimly lit study, two hearts were tugged by reality, yet they gazed at each other like blind men trying to describe an elephant. Just as the air thickened with ambiguity, Brianna burst in, shattering the tension like a bubble. Robbie and Cecilia instantly parted like guilty schoolchildren caught making faces, transforming the dinner atmosphere into a comedy show. Mom instructed Brianna to call the twins over for dinner, yet when she arrived in the room, all she discovered was a single piece of paper. Those two little scamps had vanished. Instantly, everyone fled in panic, with Brianna dashing through bushy obstacles. Finally, she stopped in a thicket and suddenly spotted two figures low sprawled on the grass like a little animal. Just as Brianna was processing the scene, a shadowy figure slipped away like a thief in the night. Like an omega, while studying now, he saw someone. It was like Cinderella but with fish. North of myself. He struggled to catch up as I spoke old-timey proverbs, only to quickly trip over my own words. I never knew how it felt to say it wrong, like getting caught in a bubble. Subtitles. I didn't know what to do. He threw me to the ground just like a fail in a video game. I had never done this before. Such a comedic turn of events. Lowell was carted back to the estate, leaving everyone speechless. I know exactly who he is. Have you seen him? It sounded like a final exam question. Yes, I've seen him, just as you've seen me. How utterly bizarre. His judgment fell like leaves in the wind, effortlessly nailing Robbie to the cross of guilt. He thought he was serving justice, but little did he know, fate's gears were shifting. After he claimed, I saw it, the world collapsed like a puppet show gone wrong. The script was rewritten. At that moment, Cecilia stood helplessly on the sidelines like an uninterested audience member. To add weight to his argument, he rummaged through his sister's room for evidence like a detective on a wild goose chase. Meanwhile, Robbie happened to find the lost kids, still dirty-faced, only to find himself stuck with cold cuffs. This budding romance got shattered in an instant by misunderstandings and prejudice like glass. The wheels of fate turned back, and everything became irreversible. Cecilia stood at the door like a lost bird, her eyes vacant. Her lips went pale, fingers shaking slightly, but she felt powerless, like a statue. That night, Robbie's youth took a nap, and Cecilia's love scattered like petals into the dust. That night, Brianna penned her life on guilt and punishment. What a dramatic life tale it was. A seemingly careless lie can plunge an adult into the abyss, an unexpected plot twist. In that movie, little Clara accused her kindergarten teacher due to her emotions. What a heartbreaking tale. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to like and subscribe.